Yeah, that's it. Oh, there you go. There you go in his chest. In his chest. All you gotta do is watch that ball. Watch that ball. Watch his hips. Watch that ball in his hips. You heard me? Reach in and snip you touch your hand.
Okay, watch the plate. I'm leaving. I'm on a podcast right now. I'm live. The little idiot cannot.
Oh no. This is the best ball money. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. Do we got you? We got everybody.
Okay, now I can hear you.
There we go. So, all right. So I got so we just had, I think Brittany was up, but she just fell off just real quick. All right, you guys, listen. This one is very important to me. I'm joined here with Dr. A. Dr. A is one of the leading founders of the Black Business Minded Talk Professional panel. Before there was any other professional panels, before there was any conglomerate of which they literally she spearheaded that along with one of our colleagues, Attorney Michelle, and different other people. We made a professional panel to counter and deal with certain stuff in the community. And this is something that we're dealing with right now. We got the other person, Brittany. Brittany, can you hear us? We can hear you. Okay, so we got Dr. A. We got Dr. A right here, as well as we also have Brittany. The conversation that we're going to have today is something that's very potent and important to us. And that's something on what we've been hearing a lot about social media, about escorts, call girls, prostitutes, hoes, thoughts. A lot of people talk a lot about them. And we have different myths and uses of talking points about women. There are men in the conversation, but it's not really as big as the women do. Women are the biggest component of this, and so we want to have this conversation. I asked y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all better be respectful of my chat. Anytime I sense or I feel this disrespect, I will have you immediately ejected, not off of just the words of what I feel, but with that of what Dr. A. She's not playing games with y'all. We also have Brittany. Brittany does not have to come. Brittany doesn't not have to come out of her anonymity. We want her to stay anonymous while we're doing this whole conversation. So go ahead, Dr. A. Let's lead off this conversation. But this is a very serious one. What made you want to?
So first of all, let me say thank you to you, Joe. This is a difficult day for my family. I am burying a 20-year-old child who died in an accident. But we're here today because many children's Black lives, brown lives, white lives are being lost and forfeited without their consent or permission. Many of our youth are considered throwaways, all because their parents are not present and involved. And if a child has been labeled a throwaway, a pimp may care more about their Black life or brown life or white life than their own parents. So our children are vulnerable. Now, I am not just a doctor, but I'm also an advocate, an activist, a humanitarian. So I'm here as all of the above to save lives.
Okay. So, and how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing this, Dr. A, and working in the field for women?
I have been a women's health expert, trained as a board certified obstetrician gynecologist, meaning I deliver babies, I do C-sections, I do fibroid surgery. I do things like taking cysts out, dealing with ectopic pregnancies, dealing with STDs, dealing with rape, dealing with ER visits for the past 22 years.
So you pretty much, and there you go, guys. I'm back up and running, fully functional, like y'all know, like y'all you seeing me. Um, I want y'all to understand this is a pretty big scope type of thing that that we're getting into. You may see a lot of this on shows or talking points where guys will have call girls come up on shows. You hear where they say hoes are winning. But Dr.A works behind the scenes and is there for a lot of these situations. Um, we have a group that we work alongside with, BMT works alongside with, that helps. It's like an underground railroad. We help women and children get to a safer environment to where if they are being kidnapped, which it is, it's not unusual for this to happen, but we definitely want it's definitely something to happen. So we're joined here by our honored guest, Miss Monroe. We also have Dr.A. We want you to know we definitely want to have a licensed professional up here for this type of conversation, for its safety as well as legal liability. If something does get said, Dr.A has full rights to check me. So she's in the center for more running the show than I am, you know. We also giving a shout out to the real Dana. Hopefully we'll set this up, I think, later on with Dana and Dr.A to have another conversation. But we definitely want to actually put out the information purposely out there on what you people definitely need to know. Brittany, are you good?
Yeah, y'all are cutting in and out a little bit to where I can't really hear y'all.
Okay. Well, could you tell us about, so pretty much we're going into the conversation talking about this is a conversation like there's been the social media glamorized talking points of women. Pretty much women have it easy. They can just sell their body. They can get anything that they want. I do apologize. She's cutting that out. They can sell their body. They can get anything they want. Women can just have sex whenever they want. Dr.A, you've heard all these kind of things that they
And
should just
then
be able
even
to.
worse, Joe, not only are there these stereotypes, we can go back to the Bible, and it was considered a form of power to call a woman a hoe. When you call her a hoe, you have degraded her like an animal, and you now have power. So degrading of women is not a new thing. It is literally biblical that if you call Mary Magdalene a hoe, you have degraded her and alienated her from other women. The same as the Salem witch hunt, where women were hung and being called witches. What kind of bullshit is that? You really believe this woman has supernatural power, which we do have access to, but you're going to literally hang her for this shit? So now in modern day, since women have equal rights according to the law, and the law used to not say that, the best way to degrade and humiliate a woman, A, call her a hoe, B, sell her pussy for yourself. So yes, it's a reality.
Okay. Brittany, could you tell us about this line of work or some of the stuff about that's going on in this type of field of work? Because a lot of people think that they make the noise that hoes are winning, or like literally like we get they get the bag. Some men say that they have whatever they want. What are these nooses of stuff that are coming out that are said around or about to you? Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brittany.
I can't hear anything that you're saying. That's why I'm texting you.
Okay. I'm serious. You can't hear. You cannot hear us. Okay, Dr. A, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly. Brittany, are you in a different area than you were when we spoke a few days ago?
She's driving. She's driving.
Okay,
So
well, okay, she's driving, so she's not in a good reception area. So
right. So
we can educate while hopefully she gets to a good education area.
go ahead.
Again, I have already worked with women who have been either literally prostituting themselves on the street. I've worked with women who have been the victims of rape and survived it, been victimized by incest. All of these things relate because a lot of times your prostitute is someone who has survived incest or rape. I'm going to see if Brittany can hear us now.
A little bit. It's going in and out real bad. I stopped at a gas station trying to make sure that it's not on my end, and it's not on my end. It's sounding like kind of robot-y a little bit on my end.
It's okay. It's okay. Brittany, could you tell us about? Okay, so could you tell us about this type of work or this business that you're in or that you're dealing with?
Say
Yeah, I'll
that
text it to
again.
you.
I heard Brittany.
Could
Could you
tell us about the work that you deal with? Hang on.
Brittany, can you hear us? Okay, she must have lost reception. Bottom line, Joe, I would just tell her story. Just tell her story. 3 words.
Okay.
Very simple.
Pretty much. I'm online. I post my ad. Men come and see me. They pay me for my services. That's pretty much on that. That's what I can provide. I mean, I'm a prostitute. There's what else of that would you like to know?
Like what's the most that men do women also pay you or no? Do women also get involved with this or no?
Women. I've had a few women that have been involved with seeing me as that person. Yeah. I've had one come in with her husband, and I've also had one lady call me herself.
Well, my question is different, Brittany, because the viewing and listening audience, as well as myself, we don't know anything about this that you're talking about. I have no clue about online sex. I've never had sex online. I'd like you to walk me through it so I have a detailed, vivid understanding. Because the bottom line, Brittany, I'll tell you why I'm asking. Whether you fuck somebody on the street or you fuck somebody online, it has to take an emotional, psychological toll on you. So I want to hear that so that the viewer and listener can comprehend that.
Did you hear that, Brittany? Yeah, I got you. Got you. So, I want y'all to know right now, Brittany is on her way to pretty much go do what she does.
So a real emotional toll. It doesn't just take the physical tolls on you. It takes a lot of emotional tolls. It makes you feel degraded, belittled, like you're really not worth anything, even though you've got a price on you. I mean, it's very, very, very effective when it comes to emotions and confidence and things like that. Like it'll knock you down more ways than one. It's not an upbeat deal.
Okay.
Thank you for your candor, Brittany. This is what I'm talking about. Because bottom line, if there is a 12-year-old who is listening and she hates her mommy and her daddy is locked up And so she wants to run away. Fuck mommy. I can do this on my own. I ain't got to listen to you. What would you tell her, Brittany?
Okay. So I sent her exactly what you said. Um and you guys, I want you to understand, like, we're talking about this. I think this is this is Women Awareness Month. This I didn't know. I never knew that women actually had an awareness month, that that they have
I
stuff.
keep getting kicked out of the broadcast. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
I was trying to hear what she was asking me, and then it completely kicks me out. So could you repeat your question again?
If there is a 12-year-old listener right now, and she is feeling, I hate my mother. Fuck my mother. I don't want to follow her rules no more. And the child's daddy's been in jail her whole 12-year life. What would you say to her, Brittany?
Just don't leave your mom. Stay with her. I know she probably drives you insane, but I'll tell you this right now, this ain't a life that you ever want to turn to. This ain't a life for nobody. Honestly, like, this isn't something that you want to do. Like, I would never encourage a young woman, growing woman, to do anything of the sort with herself. Honestly, I would push her more into the way of staying in school, getting a real degree, not messing up your life. I'm a 10-time convicted felon behind this lifestyle. It doesn't just bring in, one thing. It opens doors for everything. All bad things, nothing good. There's nothing good in this.
Brittany, I can already tell that you're saving lives. Can you give the listener an idea, some of the conversations that these fucking freaks want to have and pay you money for?
I'm sending it to her right now. Okay, so I think she got some message. All right.
Yeah, I got brought back in.
No, I got you. I'll keep bringing you back in. Doesn't matter. I'll keep bringing you back in. So they want to know, what kind of conversations do they have with you? Like, what kind of stuff do the men tell you, or do they kind of have with you, or they try to tell you in this?
What do you mean, the conversations, like the lies that they tell you, that are like, what kind of conversations are you speaking on?
Talk. What talk are they paying for? Because they're not in person. What over the phone is worth paying for?
She said what?
What kind of conversation do these men have with you during, like, behind closed doors or on the phone? What kind of conversation do these men have? Like, what kind of conversation are they having with you? Are they telling you that they love you? Are they saying that they're going to get you out of this?
In other words, Brittany, what is phone sex? What is sex talk over the phone? Because a 12-year-old who wants to run away because she don't want to do her homework, she don't know. She ain't never even had sex. She don't know what the hell to say to some man that's 45 and want to fuck a 12-year-old. What do you say?
Mm-hmm. Y'all guys, I want y'all to understand. I know y'all a little frustrated, but we're doing this, and she's trying to be very discreet as possible. In this type of work, women are very much easily killed. Very much easily killed. Doing this type of work. So she is running a risk. So we try to keep it to where she's constantly moving. This is no different than, and so I know y'all like, wait, why don't she just sit online easily, decide your broadcasting, and keep kicking me out? Okay, I got you. Just keep. I'm gonna send you a new link. It's not as easy as it seems, because, like I said, a lot of women that come through to do this. This is not an easy job. Women in this type of work are beaten. They are sexually assaulted. They are robbed, and also killed.
Let me just say, Joe, to couple what you're saying. Once a monster or a boogeyman has made it clear to himself that you don't matter and you're invisible, he can do all kind of sick shit to you. No one's going to report it. So just imagine the boogeyman and you in a room together and you can't get out.
Okay. Did you hear any of that, Brittany?
No,
Okay.
I told you I'm not able to really hear anything.
Okay. Like they want. Okay.
Is there a
So
way that I can call into this on my cell phone? Because honestly, like having to restart
I'll tell you
this.
what. I'll tell you what. Tell you what. Call me. Can you call me on your phone? And I could just and you can hear me and I can hear you. I'll put you on speakerphone. Would that work?
Yeah, if you just call me on my cell phone and I talk through speakers, that would be a lot better personally because it's cutting in and out. I don't hear nothing y'all are hardly saying.
I got you. I'm already on it.
All right.
Okay. So let me go ahead and do this. I got y'all. Okay. And I think that'd actually be better. Okay, you good? Yes. Much better. Okay. All right. So you guys, we definitely fixed this. So one of the things that we were asking was what is a thing like what do men be trying to tell you behind closed doors to get you into this type of lifestyle?
Oh, what do the men say to you? Oh, that they love you and that, you know, if there was a better way that they would make it happen, but only I could make it happen. And this is the only way that we're going to have a future together. And if we get our stuff together, it's just nothing but manipulation. They just tell you that they love you and you believe it because you dealt with them long enough, or they've got something about them that might have intrigued you. And manipulation.
Okay.
It's all different things that they say. I mean, they'll tell a woman that they'll leave them and force them into this, and women will do it because they love that man.
Oh, wow. So you're saying there's women that are in full relationship with a man, but the man will force them into this type of work.
Yes.
Okay. So that's I
mean, that's not every case.
Right.
That's not every case. But when 9 times out of 10, if a girl is with a pimp, she is madly in love with him while he's manipulating her to do what he needs her or wants her to do.
Okay. How long? What is the youngest female or woman that you've seen in this type of work?
My cousin. She was 14 when she got into it.
Okay. All right. And as this stuff is as it was kicking off, was she making money, getting clothes, getting jewelry, getting to travel?
Yeah, the guy that had introduced her to it had her buying like Gucci dresses and heels and, trying to show her that that's the perks of it. And them clothes come off and there's no perks left.
Okay.
Brittany, I had asked you earlier when you didn't have reception, what is the sex talk? Can you give the listener an idea? What exactly is phone sex?
What was that last part she said?
So what is the phone sex?
Like
the webcam, the FaceTime. What are the types of stuff of services that these men want performed?
What are the requests?
Yes, what are the requests?
On like the pictures and videos, and some of them want, to see you have sex with another man. Some of them want to see you play with yourself. I've been on web cameras before, to where I actually sat there and just talked to one of them with a bra on. And I sat there and he was, sending me money through that. It's different ways that men want to deal with you. They have this vision of you once they start talking to you, and once they see you like that, they want you to kind of act it out for them. And it's all different things. Like the phone, the webcam things, I would have to say it was a lot better than being out here in the hustle.
Now,
but they're still demanding, they're still degrading. I mean, they still call you names that if you wouldn't let nobody on your door, well, they call you, you know.
Now, one of the things about it is, because y'all have to stay up all night and all day. What's the longest you've ever stayed up, or that you've had to run your body?
I've done about a 5-6 day run before.
Wow.
Yeah, about 5 to 6 days. I had some things going on down where I'm from, and I had to come up with a lot of money real fast, and I had about it was about a 6 day run with no
and
sleep.
So, Brittany, you do a 6 day run, yes, and then how much goes to the pimp versus you?
Say that again.
How much like do you how much goes to the pimp versus you?
Everything goes to the pimp versus me.
Now, one of the things about it now, and I'm curious, from what I'm hearing, is some women are maneuvering, trying to get away from the pimp. And
renegades.
So they're called renegades.
Yeah, women like myself, we are acknowledged as renegades. We get away from a man in their control.
Now, is that more dangerous, or is it just
way more dangerous? Trying to leave is very deadly. Having someone try to help you is way more dangerous than anything. You're better off sneaking out on your own.
Oh wow. But I mean, like, okay, so what are the dangers of being alone, like without a pimp or without a partner?
Being robbed, being raped, being taken advantage of by another person, like the pimp. Just pretty much when you open up the door, you're walking down the road and you meet that person, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know if that man has just murdered 25 people before you. You know, you get in the room,
and that's very true, Brittany. I just want to piggyback and affirm what you're saying. Jack the Ripper was a John.
Yeah. So was the Craigslist killer.
Oh wow. So is it so one of the things about it that Dr.A brought up is a lot of people know that majority of the time call girls they won't report what happens to them if they were assaulted, robbed, raped. I gotta call her right back. A lot of times they know that they won't report what happened to them. Like, hang on, let me call her right back. Like, y'all gotta understand, man. Like, you hear a lot of these talks online that me and Dr. A hear. Dr. A's in the clinic. Dr. A's in the clinic, whereas to a lot of women get STIs, STDs, HIV. A lot of or pregnant. Some of them keep the baby. Some of them they force them to get an abortion. One situation that we dealt with our group, the woman had the baby, the pimp took the baby. So if she behaved, she got her baby. She got her baby for the day or two.
Please leave your message for.
If she misbehaved, Dr. A, she didn't get to see her baby for the week. So she was working to see the baby. That's crazy, huh?
That's worse than crazy.
Yeah. So I was talking about how sometimes women get STDs, STIs, or they can get worse. Do some of these men knowingly know that they have something and they try to give it to the prostitutes?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. these men know that they're dying, that they have herpes, that they've been living with whatever they've been living with for as long as they've been living with. And yes. Like, that is my biggest thing is I don't do any fair services. You are not touching me without protection.
Right. How often do these men talk about or try to get you pregnant?
Oh, that could be every one of them that's coming through the door.
Wow.
Every one of them say, "Oh, I want a baby with you." No, you don't. But yeah, I mean, listen. Honestly, the get and goes are the ones that come in, don't say anything. They get what they're coming for, and they go. The ones that are trying to sit there and do the long-term friendships where they want to be a regular, those are the ones that are like, "Oh, I want to sleep with you, bear, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to have a baby with you," and you've got those kind also.
Okay, so why are random men talking about having a baby with you if they don't even know you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think it's something wrong with them, but I can't answer that for you because that is something that you would have to ask one of them. What kind of excitement they get out of telling someone that they just randomly want to have a kid with a random person. That is something I've never understood myself.
Okay. Now, one of the situations is, and I was telling them how we had a situation where a girl had her baby and her pimp kept her baby, like took her baby from her. Does that happen a lot where a lot of women end up getting pregnant in this type of line of work?
Yeah, a lot of them get pregnant either by the pimp or one of their johns.
Yeah, because they're fertile. They're fertile and they're young.
So what?
She said, "Are they, a lot of the women are fertile and young."
Yeah, definitely. Right now, I've got something going on with one of my nieces. To be honest, she honestly just ran away, and I think I've found an ad where she's posted on it, and she's 15, and she's up in New York. She ran away from where we're at and went to New York, and she's only been up there about 3 days, and already has a man trying to tell her what to do, and my entire family right now is on their way to New York to try to go find her. I guess she claims, she's in an area up there, so they're going to go up there and try to see what they can do about bringing her home. But it's just that easy, to be sucked in real fast on manipulation.
It is that easy. And what worries me, Brittany, is more and more, whereas I was a teenager in the 1980s, you will get the shit beat out of you if you run away.
Yeah.
Nowadays, parents are very impotent, limp dick type people. So kids definitely gonna ball up on their parents because they see their parent as a pussy. They will run away. Kids in 2022 are way more likely to run away because they're going to flip their parent the bird, and their parents been taking the shit their whole childhood.
Yeah.
Now, a question about this. Now, Brittany, in doing this, how long have you, what has kept you going or kept you going through all of this stuff?
What keeps me in the game?
Yes.
Or what keeps me going on a daily basis?
Yeah, keep it going on.
Which one?
What keeps you going on a daily basis?
What keeps me going on a daily basis is my kids. What keeps me in this game is the fact that I've tried at any job that I've gotten, and I just seem to get nowhere, not even a dollar upgrade on it. So there's really no motivation to stay in the hustle, but there's motivation on every day, my children. That I did not have by any pimps or tricks, by the way. I just need to put that out there.
Now, one of the things about it is I deeply do we first off we want to thank you for doing this. Just having a conversation. Do you see a lot of young girls who think they understand or they think that they can win in this type of field or this type of game? Do you see?
No, that's all they think. All these young girls, all these young ladies, all they see is the dollar sign. They don't hear about the arrest and the rapes and the beatings and the being robbed at gunpoint or being robbed with fake money after you just sat here and gave a man everything that he asked for. You know, they hear ching, and that gets them going. That makes them excited, where they really should sit back and listen to the ins and outs of it before making that decision.
Well, the
Honestly,
other thing, Brittany,
it's what keeps the women coming to it is the money in it. But the risk behind the money it is not worth it no more. It's, you know, you're gonna get raped, you're gonna get beat up. There's gonna be a psychopath out there that's gonna come and see you, and he's gonna take his chances on hurting you in some kind of way. You know, whether you think you're invisible or not, you're not. I swear. You're not. I thought the same thing too. Everybody respects me. Ain't nobody gonna do anything to me. And then I was brutally raped and then viciously robbed at gunpoint. You know, it's not a great life to walk into. And for, you know, the young ladies, I just pray to God, you know, even if they don't listen now to what I'm saying, if, you know, at some point they might see and be like, you know, she wasn't lying.
well, Brittany, I'm going to say right here and right now on air, number one, thank you. Number two, you have courage beyond words. Your courage right now is what speaks for your life. Your courage right now is what may turn things around for your family member. Your courage right now is going to be what you pass on to your children. Your courage, Brittany, is incredible. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Girls who are invisible are at risk. If you are female, invisible, and poor, you're triple fucked. Be clear. Get with your tribe of people who love you.
Right, we do. We love you because, you know, I was one of y'all. I was shy, didn't care about, you know, being seen. And then, you know, I had a man convince me that this is the way I needed to go. And, you know, not trying to be funny, but I am going to let you know I'm 34 years old and I've been in this game for 13 years. Ain't nothing appealing about it. I have been brutally raped, like beyond means of being raped. It's not worth it. You're beautiful. We love you. If you need a way to reach out, get a hold of the doctor we're speaking to or the male that we're doing the show with, and, you know, they'll give you contact information to me.
Damn Skippy. You contact Joe, you're free. You're free. Because Joe he packs, okay? Joe comes fully loaded, believe it. He will come against any pimp. I'm sorry.
Now, one of the things about it, I always ask now, this is one of the things that comes in there that, you know, Brittany, is when you get the women out, some don't know how to function and they do what, Brittany? You get them,
they go back.
They go right back. Like they have to really want out of it.
They're real dependent on that man. They're real dependent on what they have going on. It's a routine for them because it's all they know with that situation, and they think that it's love, and it's not love. Well, that man won't love you. A man that lets you, allows you to use your body and do anything of the sort like this with your body does not love you. That is not a man that you need to have in your life. That is not a man that understands the hustle. That is not a man, period. That man would do backflips and go through hell and high water to make sure that this was something that you would never have to do if it was all said and done.
That's right. But the bottom line is this. If your own mommy and daddy did not love you and you feel unloved inside of your soul, you got to change that. Because as long as you feel like shit, you're going to treat yourself like shit and you're going to act like shit. It's like Nick Cannon says on his show, look good, feel good, do good. It all goes together.
Yeah.
So it's not about looking good in some Gucci shit that you got from a pimp. Look good in terms of glow from the inside. Learn to be radiant from the inside. Feel good about yourself. You will not allow sex trafficking when you change your self-esteem.
Now, one of the things about it is, you know, one of the things about it is, you know, a lot of people got to understand trafficking is a real big thing. I always get curious. I always get curious when I walk in Walmart and I see the missing sign poster. And I always wondered, I wonder where those people are at. Like, have you ever come across any people who were being trafficked or, you know, being passed around?
No, thank God. I have not. That would make me a real fast cop caller. Is if I seen a child that I've definitely seen on the missing side. If I seen a child involved in this period, I'm calling 911. I don't care. I don't care what the issue is. I don't care whose daughter it might be, who's in the area, whatever. If I see a child that's in the area of this life, I'm calling 911 regardless. They shouldn't be around it.
Amen.
So, but no, thank God. Like I've been to levels of seeing women get snatched up by different pimps, and I've seen stuff like that. But thank God, because that's probably one side of it that I wouldn't be able to handle is watching a person hurt a child and force them into giving up their body. That's just not something that I agree with by no means.
Now, the thing about it is, and you know, because definitely, Brittany, I want to have these conversations with you. A lot of men talk about that, you know, women submission, pretty much about women need to know their place. Have you heard these type of talking points or stuff being said, like around you as a, huh? Like, have you heard men talk about, you know, you need to learn to submit, or, you know, like,
like tell me that I wasn't allowed to talk until he said so.
Oh wow! So it was a man telling you that you're not allowed to. So a man was telling you you're not allowed to talk unless he gave you permission.
He told me to. Yeah, he pretty much like Simon said, was like, hey, you can't talk unless I tell you to.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Now you brought up now, how often is it that women lead other women into this type of work?
And let me just mention, Brittany. Can Brittany hear me? Okay,
yes, I can hear you.
Brittany, I have to mention the now deceased Jeffrey Epstein and his little girlfriend, because I saw a documentary. She brought a lot of young Catholic school, young upper class from West Palm Beach, white girls, into the game of prostitution for Jeffrey Epstein. Whatever her name is. Joe, you probably know. She's about to be locked up.
Yeah. Goodell. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
The Weinstein guy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
What I know that she said something about, she heard something about he had got his girlfriend to bring in a bunch of young, pretty girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's often. Look, I'm even guilty of that. Like one of my best friends, who's my age, came to me one time, and I didn't have the money to give to her, and I was like, you know, you might have to earn your own money, you know, and that's how she got started on it. And you know, then she started bringing girls, and I mean, it's a chain reaction. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a messed up chain reaction, though.
Okay. Now, one
But
of the
in
things
all
about
fairness, that's just like a slave catcher is going to use slaves to catch other slaves. So that is a form of the being degraded. Is that if you're in the game, not only do you get emotionally, psychologically screwed, but yeah, you're doing things that make you feel shame, like pulling other chicks down. That's how they have power. They want you to feel as much shame as possible.
Yes, that's all it is. And look, they beat you down. They can control you. They can get you at your weakest and vulnerable, especially if they're the ones doing it. They keep you weak. They beat you weak. You know, that's one thing I learned when it comes to a man. That's why I have no trust for a man. I'll probably never be in another committed, serious relationship because I just know how simple and easy it is for them to manipulate you into thinking that this is real between you and this person, and then boom, you know, next thing you know, you're out doing this to them, and they've recruited 12 other girls and is gonna marry this other girl. And it's like, whoa, you know, now, they do the most.
Now, one of the things about it that I you know, in asking is that it's appearing on social media where they're telling women to get the bag. They're telling women that, hey, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, babe, you know, they're trying to, you have it where some videos are trying to teach women this hustler type of lifestyle. What would you say about those videos that are trying to teach women these type of hustler type of lifestyle? Is it sort of dangerous, or there's no problem with it, or it's just a neutral thing? Don't overthink it. What do you
mean? I don't. Could you just be a little bit more specific on what you meant on that?
Okay, so like it's teaching women, like, I'm gonna teach you how to run game on these men, like how to go out to eat, get some money out of them, pretend like you're gonna fuck them, and then you could probably tell your friend to pull up, and then you run out the car. Like literally, a girl made a video with her and her friend. They would get the guy to pay for the food, and they'll pretend like they're going to the hotel with the guy, and then they would try to run out before on the guy. Do you think that's something dangerous? A woman trying to
very dangerous. It's really stupid. Like, why would you put yourself in a situation to upset that man and get him to put a target on you? Now, if you know, say that they're working girls and they go and they post their ad or they're walking their blade, you know.
That is stupid. I agree with Brittany. You done put a target on your dumbass back.
I'm going to pay for them. They're not going to remember me. You know, and then they kill them. Yeah, that's dangerous. That's beyond dangerous. It's playable.
Yeah, you're going to get yourself killed doing some stupid shit like that, okay?
Right. But yeah, you will.
I hear you about that, Arf. I hear you about that, Brittany. But now, this is why I said where social media is. See, Brittany, you understand because you have seasoned time in this type of thing. Just like I tell some guys, like, hey, I don't mind dealing with women or prostitution. I'm like, okay, but I want you to understand, be careful because you could go into the wrong room and get robbed or jacked.
Yeah.
And I tell them it goes both ways.
That's 9 times out of 10 when a girl's got a pimp and they're on drugs. That's what's going on. Now the ones who like my friend, I was gonna talk to her the other day, but she's involved in this game also. She works up under a man, and there's about 5 or 6 other girls with them, and she, you know, she's not too happy with the situation just because of the females. But well, a couple of them. Well, anyway, long story short, to get to the point, you know, she went from robbing men and like setting them up with her old pimp to doing it completely different now. you know, where she's actually like hustling and making the money, stealing it, putting, you know, big red dots on her.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing it differently now. Well, the other day, no lie, she called me. She ran into one of the dudes that one of her and her old guys had robbed. And the dude, once he realized it was her, he flipped out, tried to kill her. He was in there choking her, strangling her, beating her. You know, it's very dangerous to provoke. Very dangerous. You don't want to run off with their money. If you don't want to do the job, if you're that hungry, call someone like me. I'll buy you something to eat. Swear to God. You ain't even got to run off on me.
If you want to be a thug, you better be Suge Knight. You better be Suge Knight. Because your ass is stepping into an arena.
Yeah,
you're not the only thug.
Like, you gotta be stronger than what you really are. Like, you really gotta live this if you live this.
Now the thing about it is, I think and I talked to one woman. She's retired from this type of line of work. And she said this is not a lifestyle for the weak.
No, this is not a lifestyle for the weak. I'm the one that said that to you.
Oh, it is you.
No, this is not a lifestyle for the weak. This is not for women that can't pull themselves back out of it and need the help of a man or can't protect themselves out here on the street. One thing you need to know is how to take care of yourself. That man's not always going to be dependent to run into that room. He could be off with the next girl, not worried about you. You know, another thing is mentally, you have to stay strong because you're going to be talked to like you're nothing but the bottom of the barrel type of woman. You are nothing but scum to these men. You're something that they come, they bend over real fast, and they leave you. They don't care nothing about you after the fact. They care about you those 3 minutes, and they don't even care about you there.
Brittany is speaking so real and so raw. I really, really do hope young teenagers, mainly the ones who pop shit to their mamas, I really hope you're listening. Because some of the things Brittany's been through, your mama would never do to you. So here's the thing. You so sick of your mama because she punishes you. She takes your cell phone. She has rules. It's irritating.
Only because she loves you. It's only doing it because she loves you. She don't want you exposed to what this world really has to offer.
Now, Brittany, there were women that I talked to one that said she had a sugar daddy. She got her, and he takes care of her. He gives her money, X, Y, and Z. But she. Do you think that that's a little bit more safer? Her having a sugar daddy?
Sugar daddy is definitely safer. You're only dealing with one person. That person is consistent. That person just wants your time and attention. Do I recommend a sugar daddy? Definitely, but at the same time, let me also put it out there. Some sugar daddies are just the same as one of these people that are coming through your door or picking you up on the side of the road. They could be a person that has a lot of issues too and need to belittle you or make you feel some type of way to make themselves feel better. You just got to pick and choose. You got to get a real nice guy that is genuinely going to be about you as much as you need to genuinely be about that person. Also, you can't have a sugar daddy and just make it obvious that you're using them either, because those benefits go away real fast.
What's the most you made in one night?
$5,000.
Now think about that, Brittany. Now you made $5,000 in one night.
One night, $5,000.
But aren't there? So the women would be like, "Well, you winning?" They're like, "Why would I want to go be a doctor like Dr.A? I could be like you. I can get that $5,000 lick."
And here's the thing, Joe.
You don't know what all I had to do.
Let's be clear. First of all, let's be clear, Joe.
The $5,000 that I made, it was when I first entered the game. I was real young. I was about 18, going on 19. And yeah, I made $5,000.
So first of all, right. So first of all, what Brittany is saying, Joe, when she made $5,000, she had young pussy, okay? Which is what Epstein was after. He ain't gonna get no chick that's 30, okay? He wants a girl with no pubic hair. He wants a child. And yeah, there are a lot of men that are gonna pay a lot for child pussy. They want child pussy. So Brittany made 5,000 at a time that my ass was in college making nothing, taking a loss because I was borrowing money from student loans. But I don't care how you slice it, young millennials. Ain't no free ride, period. So if you're a doctor, you could be sued. And if you're a sex worker, you could be killed. Ain't no free money. Get that shit out your head.
Honestly, doctor, I would have rather been doing what you were doing at 19 years old than be doing what I was doing at 19. You know, at 19, I was looking at 64 years in prison.
And once again, that's so powerful for the women coming after you, Brittany. I'm so proud of you today. I'm so proud of you. You don't even know.
Well, thank you.
I think one of the things about it is I remember one time when me and you had this conversation, Brittany, and I said that statement about, well, how they say, well, hoes are winning, and you did not like that statement. You're like, no, like y'all truly don't understand how hard it is out here. Like, you hear a lot of these people that talk like they hardcore gangbanger, or they get bitches, or you know what I'm saying, I fuck on hoes. How does that reflect to you? Like, you are really in the shit. Like, you see it. Like you told me, I could spot a bullshitter. You know.
Yeah, fast. But what do you mean? Your question.
Like, so a lot. What? So okay. Do you feel that a lot of guys try to sell you the dream?
Oh yes, that's 100% of what it is. They don't want nothing with you but the few minutes that they're coming to see you for. Even if they're a repeat customer, they're not. It's not anything special. Like, it's only because you just feel good to them, and you know they're gonna spend their money with you. It's better than going to risking themselves on finding another girl and possibly get robbed or going to jail. They've got a comfortability with you, you know. But yes, that is 100% of what goes on is the dream selling, especially with a young girl on a pimp. They tell them, "Oh man, we could be riding in a Lambo in a year, or I could have you dressed in Gucci by tomorrow," and that's all a young girl hears. That's, you know, that's kind of needed, wanting to hear that, not needing to hear that, but they're wanting to hear that. You know, and that's what sucks them right in.
Okay.
Is the manipulation. It's the dreams that are sold that you get told. I get told on a daily how many people want to marry me. Now, let me tell you, if I can narrow it down, there was only 2 men out of 13 and a half years that I've been doing this that I still keep in contact with, that still say that till this day, that I can honestly say, yeah, I think one of these 2 would definitely marry me. You get what I'm saying? The rest of them are just dream sellers.
Now, in hearing all of that, so tell me the type. Okay, so is it a certain type or group of men that try to like military, truckers, husbands, single men, or
all of the above? I can tell you that as a doctor. All, and senator, and at royalty. Prince Andrew was fucking little girls with no pubic hair. Senators, congressmen, mayors. Keep going down the list. Firefighters, police officers.
So everybody loves hoes.
Oh yeah, listen. When I was up in New York, I have to say this. Like, and this is about as most of my personal part of it I'm gonna put out there. But I will tell you, I think I was 19 when I went to New York and New Jersey, and that was my first time ever seeing someone really like kind of high in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like I want to say like a congressman, a mayor. I don't necessarily know the profile of him now. It's been so many years. But he was
No,
really
he didn't come. He didn't come with his business card, but you understood he was a man of power.
Yes, definitely. And that was probably one of my most scariest dates with someone was with him, because I knew that if I had ever spoke on that, something that was going to happen to me for sure. You know.
Wow. Like I said, one of the things about it, and one of the things about it is that I'm starting to see
cops even do it.
Really?
Even the cops.
So cops even come out there and they buy girls too, man. So
yes, I've had many Johns that were cops, and though they weren't doing a sting, they were coming to visit.
So they know about y'all. They know about you girls, but they they just, you know. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Look, my very first play ever was in Gainesville, Florida, and my very first John was a Gainesville officer. Yeah.
Oh, so okay, so
when he walked in, I probably cried because I was like, "Wow, my first play, and I'm going to jail." No, he was there to see me in full uniform at that.
Damn. Now, one of the things about it is that I'm trying to ask, like, a lot of women, they don't feel that they're beautiful unless it's a man telling them this.
Right.
Why is that you have it where a lot of women, they dress a certain type of way or a certain type of scandalous type of way to be put on, or to feel like, hey, the more men I have that want access to me is the more that I'm beautiful. Do you think that's honestly a go-to type of mindset for women to have, or you don't want that type of energy, that type of attention?
Well, I personally, regardless if someone told me I was ugly or not, I never listened to them. I've always had really high up confidence about myself. Mm-hmm. And that was something that only I could have kept and gave myself. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
When it comes to younger women and them not feeling so beautiful, but they hear consistently, "Oh, you are beautiful. You are beautiful," you know, especially by the right manipulative man, that is definitely a lot of, a lot of their mind frame is like they just want to feel cared about, loved. They want to feel beautiful. I don't think that this game makes you feel beautiful, because if you sleep with a person and then they leave right after, it doesn't make you feel real attractive, But a lot of the girls, yes, they are under the impression that, oh, I've got 19 men in one day that told me how beautiful I was, but they don't realize,
So,
excuse my language, but
no, it's fine. Like I probably say one of my clients.
My language is worse. You can never top the doctor.
Like, no, and I like one of my clients that hired me. She was a prostitute. She paid me $180 a night to drive her around, to go get her condoms, lube, food, and play cards with her and talk with her. And I would sit in the other room. With her kid. And my main job was to make sure that she said, if anything would happen to me, take the money that I have for my kid, and I want you to take my kid to Atlanta to my mom. Now, she had in that bag, in that little backpack, she had like 10 racks.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, you could, why don't you just get out of here? And she was like, I've been doing this for so long.
She knows.
Yeah, she's like,
the same thing I've got going on is like really the only thing I know how to go to real fast. Jobs, they don't pay you what you need to make at that point in time. and you might need the money right then and there. So if it's the only thing you know, it's really the only thing you know. I know 954 hustles in this world, but that's the one that I run back to the fastest because it's fast. And, you know, like I said,
that's real talk. That's real talk.
Look for, you know, I pretty much can protect myself and care for myself. But, you know, if it's all you know, it's all you know. It's nothing else.
That's right.
You know, convince her. Like, if she feels like this is it for her, then that's it for her.
Wow.
Even if you try to show her that it's more different, she still has where she's been stuck at this entire time, and that's all she's ever going to know.
And that's why it's important for us to get the girls before the game.
Anytime gets hard, she's going to run right back into this game. No matter how old she gets, she could be 85, and she'd run right back to this because it's all she knows.
It's true. It's true. That's why we want to get the girls before the game.
Right. Right.
Now,
because once you done got a girl that's in the game, as far as I am or your other friend, you know, like that, there's really no coming back from it because anytime I'm at risk of losing my home or I'm at risk of not having my job, this is the first thing I run back to.
wow. What kind of things help you keep your body flowing? Like any type of cigarettes. I know it ain't just Mountain Dew. I know it ain't just Mountain Dew's keeping you going.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. It definitely ain't the cigarettes. It ain't no weed that keeps me going. It's honestly like if I didn't do something else, I wouldn't be able to do this at all anyway. So it's
you damn straight. If you said anything else, you would be lying. Ain't nobody could do 5-6 days. That's not a teenager.
I don't even think you could do that, Dr.A. When I know you be running some hours and.
Yeah,
right.
No, I mean,
even I don't do 5 and 6 days.
9
Nah.
out of 10, I'm on ecstasy when I'm up like that. I've been on ecstasy for about a couple of years now, on and off with this hustle. You know, it's something that I don't take when I'm away from it, but it's something that I take when I'm out here in the street.
Now, what does like treat me like a newborn baby at this? What does ecstasy? How much would it cost, and how? What does it do? What does it do for you?
Honestly, it just kind of blocks out any emotion that I have when it comes to anything, and it just helps me focus on getting my money. What it costs? It's real cheap nowadays. Certain states, I'm not going to tell the prices here, but certain states are still running $20 a pill. Some states are running way cheaper than that. You know, I just it helps.
Brittany, is it easier to get than alcohol? Is it easier to get some ecstasy than liquor? Uh-oh, now we lost everybody. Well, that's okay, audience. We will be coming back for part 2. We will be bringing the real Dana onto the show. We're certainly bringing Brittany back onto the show because we're hitting so heavy and we're coming so real. Women's History Month. That's the time that we're finally going to honor all the Betsies, all the Lucys, all the unacknowledged women. In case you don't recognize those names, those are 2 slave women who were experimented on by good old Massa Marion Sims. Massa Marion Sims was not only a racist SOB, he's got a statue in Central Park. They call him the father of gynecology. Yeah, but he was a rapist, a drug dealer, and a lot of terrible things. Oh, but we want to call the girl who's on the street a hoe. We have to be very careful with name calling, audience. A lot of times they tell you, when you point your finger, there's 4 pointing right back at you. Let's not be so quick, ladies, gentlemen, to call somebody a hoe, a slut, a thought. You don't know her. You don't know her story. She might have been brutally raped. She might have been victimized by incest. You don't know her story. There was a man, and this is a true story. He did not get to be convicted, but he was going to be tried for the rape of his 6-month-old daughter. He literally tried to take his grown ass penis and shove it into her 6-month-old vagina. There's some very sick people out there. A lot of them are cops. A lot of them are firefighters. A lot of them are judges, senators, and congressmen, teachers, doctors, lawyers, and they all want child pussy. This is a global problem right now that we all need to address. I cannot find Joe or Brittany, so I am going to sign out, but I'm
I do
definitely going to want.
apologize.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Okay.
I'm right here. Sorry about that. The girls, them and the dog went out there to go play with the next door neighbor's dog. So sorry, pardon me being a parent. But I want to we're just doing an opening introductory, but I'm going to be setting up stuff
Yeah.
with I'm going to be setting up stuff with
This is
Dr.
the
A.
first week of Women's History Month.
Right. So I'm going to be setting up stuff with Dr. A, Dana, and also Brittany. I want you to understand. I know some people wanted me to show her, but we do these kind of things for confidentiality, um, and a lot of stuff. You're right there.
There's such a thing as HIPAA confidentiality.
Right.
HIPPA. So no, you ain't gonna see nobody. Forget it.
So you gotta understand. So a lot of people, the things that me, Brittany, and Dr. A talk about, we won't show anything from people's faces, text messages, whereabouts. All these things are classified, and we have that. We're establishing that sort of trust. That way, if something were to happen, she could call me, and I'm going to call Dr. A and say, "Hey, we need to figure out how to work this situation." You understand me? But we have to develop some type of network because there's a lot of sensitive things at hand that we do behind the scenes. Dr. A is part of a group. I know I'm part of a group. Brittany is letting us into a sensitive world where you hear it on social media. A lot of men and definitely a lot of women run risk, and it's getting very. Is we already had the DJ Pope that happened in our area. I'm not sure if Brittany. I'm not sure if you heard about that. With
Yeah,
the
I heard about him. He's the one that infected all the young black women with the AIDS.
That's a lot of black women that were in the sex industry.
It was over 900 some black women infected.
900.
In a year by count.
That was 900 black women. 900 black women, young girls and women that were affected with that were young
chicks just out the hood, just in general.
So you gotta understand the HIV in the Carolinas had skyrocketed up. You know what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of women, they will tell you, like, you don't got your condom on, we ain't fucking.
Yeah.
You don't got your condom on, we ain't fucking. Because it's that serious. And some guys will get
And
offended.
first of all, that's doctor sponsored. Now, if you ain't got the condom on, do not fuck. Unless he's your husband and you're trying to have a baby. If he is your husband and you're not trying to get pregnant, damn it, you may still want the condom on.
And honey, even take him to the hospital, make sure he's 100% effective and clean. Get
Right, right. Make him show you the papers, damn it. I want to see
So-
HIV negative in writing.
5-minute ride between home and work. They can start off steer prostitute real fast. You never know.
So, like I said, you guys, I'm definitely, like I said, you should say the name. Thanks. I am diagnosed. Okay. You know the thing about it is, and I want you to understand, man, this is a very serious. A lot of men, I believe, the price for sex is definitely. I know a lot of people used to say, well, women sell their pussy on OnlyFans. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's kindergarten table. Like that's the kindergarten table. That's what you just watching. Versus what the real shit that happens, you ain't gonna see on screen. It happens behind closed doors. And these kind of people, this kind of business, it don't want to be seen. It doesn't want to be seen. These people like the anonymity of being out there. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the oldest profession. I'm going to be doing more talks with Brittany. We are definitely setting it up with me, Brittany, Dr.A. I've got to go get the real Dana. We're just doing an introductory conversation, and I know we went a little bit past the time. I want to thank y'all, Brittany. Anything you want to say before we push off or go?
Like I told y'all before, if any young ladies reach out, and they want help, some kind of guidance or whatever, I really am more than welcome to give them my phone number and tell them to call me, and I'm more than willing to help out whatever with them. Like, I don't want no young woman thinking this is all she got to sell. Because I promise you, you're worth way more than what you're going to make.
And like I said, Dr. A, thank you for definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This is about building up the self-esteem from the inside out, Joe. Everybody does not have the blessing of a parent like you. It's very ironic that you got interrupted mid-show by your very own children. See, children are meant to interrupt your life. And if they don't, then there's a problem. So everybody doesn't have a parent who's willing to interrupt their life for their child. And so many children are vulnerable. And we are here. We're now going to intervene as community parents. We're stepping in before the pimp can. That's what this month is about. Choose a community parent, not a pimp.
I think that would be definitely a good conversation. And hopefully we can set it up with Brittany to do more conversations. I know that,
definitely.
Like I said, like Brittany, you definitely shed a lot of information on this, you guys. I try to tell a lot of women, if you be careful doing this line of work, especially because people, it puts you and your family and your household in a lot of jeopardy. I tell a lot of women, do not do this at home. Do not do this type of stuff at home.
No, never. You'll end up with a stalker, someone trying to break in your house, trying to kill you, gonna kill you and your kids. Never do it from home. Always, please. If you're gonna do it, if you just have no choice, please go get a room. Like, don't let them into your personal area at all, please.
Another situation. Married women. I could tell you right now. Me and Brittany can dispel that myth. Married women are in this profession too.
Oh yeah.
Married women are in this profession too. While their husbands at work, they're at work. When their husbands are asleep, they're getting calls. Actually, sometimes their husbands are the ones that are actually pushing them. See, we're going to say that conversation for another time. But Dr. A and Brittany will tell you there are a lot of
That puts
men.
a whole new perspective on sister wives now, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of men that push their women into sex work.
Yeah. Whether it's on a camera or it's prostitution or it's a lot of force.
So
ways.
Just letting y'all know, man, it's a cold game. Like, it's a cold game, and she got no types of fucks given. This is why whenever you have the confidentiality talk, I'm gonna tell you right now, the women, when they get behind closed doors, like they're gonna get into that conversation with Dr. A and Brittany, and they fuck what BMT want. They're gonna be like, yo, is he touching you? Is he hurting you? What's going on? Did he bring you here to like when y'all talk about the abortion thing? The reason why y'all don't, well, does a man get an opinion? Because they ask the question, are you being forced to get an abortion? That is one of the questions that the doctor, is why she pushes the man
That's exactly
out
right.
of the office, because a lot of pimps or a lot of husbands or Johns will beat or kill the woman if they
don't get rid of the baby.
If they don't get rid of the baby, and they can get very brutal.
Hey, baby, y'all got the option. All you gotta do is say something in that doctor's office, and they'll call the police. They will remove that man, and you'll be safe from there. You and your child.
So understand this. We'll get into more conversations about that. I want you to understand.
They just need to know that they don't need to be scared. You don't need to be scared to ask for help. You don't need to be scared to get out of this. There's some of us that will take that chance to get you out of it. If there's just something that you don't want to do. I've had to rescue many girls. Many girls from very bad situations, and I'm still willing to do so. So
that's right.
Just don't be scared. Just reach out and ask. Like, I promise.
The bottom line is, if you are in the United States, you can be rescued. Now, if you're in India, Honduras, Panama, you may be shit out of luck, okay? If you have been taken out of this country, that's a whole different matter. If you're in the 50 states, fuck your pimp, we can get you.
Yeah, we got you.
We can get to you. But and I'm trying to let you know that, like, it is one of those things where you know what I'm saying, that y'all gotta understand, man. I've been there, or we've seen that, where girls have they just run out, no shoes on, barefoot down the street, and they know certain location where to get to, and they like, yo, I just have to go. And if they know the proper location where to go, it can be their salvation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It can be their salvation. But then other times it's like, and we're gonna do a conversation with Brittany again. I'm probably gonna be with Dr. A and Dana. That'll be on their panel. Some women do not have the courage to leave. That's why I respect Brittany when she said she's a renegade. That's another different class of prostitutes. They don't have pimps. They literally will tell you in their ads, no pimps allowed, no pimps allowed, no pimps allowed, because they don't want any influence of a man around them, because they know what they can do. Some women don't mind, but others, they're like, no, I'll take my chances with the wolves. Fuck it. Like, you just got to catch me lacking. So it is definitely one of those types of fields. So we definitely thank you guys for coming through. We thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Dr. A. We'll see you guys later. We do apologize. It was taking us a while, but now that we know how we can have an effective conversation with Brittany, but this is our first time. So I'm not even mad at it. I'm just glad we had the conversation. Fear also keeps them trapped. Yes, it does. Fear does keep a lot of them trapped. There's so much I want to go on. Like, I know one girl, they kept her hot. They kept her on heroin, so she never really came out of it. There's so many different types of things. So we'll definitely talk about that. I'll see you guys later. I'm BMT along with Dr. A and Brittany. We love you guys. Much respect. Please like, share this video. Let us know what y'all think. If y'all want more content, please put it in the comment section. We do appreciate the interaction. We want more conversations. We definitely can do it. We want to also have some fun conversations with Brittany. Y'all donate to us. You know what I'm saying? So we can compensate Brittany for her time. Understand, y'all. She still has her business that she has to run. We'll see you guys later. Peace. We're out.